I effectively ended on November 11, 1918, when Germany and the Allied forces signed an armistice. 6 months later, the Treaty of Versailles was signed at the Paris Peace Conference. It was exactly 1 year after the accord was signed that President Woodrow Wilson addressed the need to recognize the importance of the date for the country and for the soldier who had fought so bravely in World War I. It would take nearly 20 years for November 11th to become an official holiday. The day became known as Armistice Day. It was on Armistice Day that at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, a ceremony would be held each year at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, a ceremony that is continued today. In 1954, 9 years after World War II, Congress passed a bill that would lead to Armistice Day becoming a holiday that would recognize all veterans, not just those who fought in World War I. So it was in 1954 that November 11th would become what we now know as Veterans Day. While all Americans recognize the day, it is especially important to those who have served, as they often see more than just the historical significance of the day.
It definitely has more meaning to me, especially in the last few years. I remember growing up, that was a time to have a barbecue for my grandfather. You know, he was a veteran as well of the Korean War, and I really didn't understand. He never spoke about it. But having served in the military and having had friends that are no longer with us or that are injured or that have suffered the effects of war, it definitely gives it more meaning.
For many veterans, the day is not just about them, it's also a day to recognize the role of their family that endured along with the veterans, especially while they're deployed.
It's almost like a loss when someone deploys. And not only do they have to grieve that, they have to take care of the fort back home. I've been out there, so I'm not saying our job's easy either, but they're able to have time to think about, you know, their loved one being out there. They're trying to get the kids, and the kids have issues with other parent not there. There's just a lot that goes on back there. So to me, those accolades that we earn out there are for them too. They've earned those accolades.
It's customary for the President of the United States to deliver a speech each year on Veterans Day to commemorate the sacrifices of our troops and their families. In 1985, Ronald Reagan gave what is considered by many to be the most memorable tribute from a sitting president.
Some time back, I received, in the name of our country, the bodies of 4 Marines who had died while on active duty. I said then that there is a special sadness that accompanies the death of a serviceman, for we're never quite good enough to them. Not really, we can't be, because what they gave us is beyond our powers to repay. So when a serviceman dies, it's a tear in the fabric, a break in the whole, and all we can do is remember.
Those powerful words still hold true today, as many of our veterans feel the love and appreciation that was expressed on that historic day.